Okay, we are now going to get ready for our Math Chapter 20 test. So this is a chapter review. The pages that you received for this, very short, not a lot of questions. Chapter 20, pages 407 and 408. Today is April 21st, 2020. Here we go. Okay, so this is your first review page. It says Concepts and Skills. Complete the addition sentence. So they're calling it an addition sentence right here. We know we're talking about multiplication though. So the number of groups is 3. The number in each group is 4. So we should have had the word equal there because I like that. Number of equal groups, 3.
But doesn't those lines help you, Miss East?
They
if you
do.
Look to the side, it shows you.
Looking, and you know what? Sometimes it's good to look at the whole question before you write an answer. So I know I'm going to put 4, 4, 4. And then I'm going to skip count by 4, 4, 8, 12. So I know when I write that as a multiplication problem, it's going to be 3 times 4. Those are the two factors, and the product is 12. Okay? If we look at this is just another way to look at arrays. It says, show the array, write the multiplication sentence. So this first one says 2 rows of 3. So right here, this one right here is my equal groups. And we know rows go across from left to right, just like a farmer plants his seeds. Hey, we were talking about seeds today.
We were talking about seeds.
He plants his seeds in rows, so they go like this. So I have 2 rows, and in each one of my rows I have 3. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, and I'm done with that first row. 1, 2, 3, and I'm done with my second row. So this problem is 2 times 3. The product is 6. And now it says write it in the other way. 3 rows of 2. I'm going to go 1, 2, I'm done. 1, 2, I'm done. 1, 2, I'm done. And notice my circles don't have to be perfect. Maybe I'm using rocks. And rocks are all different sizes. Right, Ms. Special?
I would say they're all different sizes.
So then I know my multiplication problem is 3 times 2. And of course, as we know, the product stays the same.
And I like that you keep saying the product, because
Yeah.
I would assume that if they're taking their test, they'll probably get asked that question, what is the product?
That question is definitely on the test.
Oh, that's what I thought. We might hear it.
So, nothing about factors though. That's next year.
Okay.
Okay. Then here's this one. This one says use a pattern to complete the table. Write the multiplication sentence to solve. So really, when they have these wonderful tables, the top one is really the equal groups. The bottom one helps you to skip count up to get the answer. So we have each equal group.
So there's 5 boxes.
There's 5 boxes. So those are dollars. And we know from, this is review from our money chapter, that there are 4 quarters in each dollar. So our equal groups are right here, and the number in each group is 4. And if you ever want to know, well, like, what number is in each group, look at the 1. Whatever the 1 is on a table and look underneath, that's the number that's in each equal group.
That's the number you're counting by, right?
You're skip counting by, right. So 4, 8, I'm going to add 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. And then 16 plus 4 is
20.
And of course, once again, once we have that 5, we know the product, the answer has to end in a 0 or a 5. So this particular problem is 5 times 4. And the product is 20.
And we got the 4 because there's 4 quarters in every dollar.
Right. Okay, problem solving. There are 3 rows of chairs. There are 10 chairs in each row. How many chairs are there in all? So in this case, our equal group is the rows of chairs. And that's kind of nice because they use the word rows.
Sort of
Right.
like if they go to Sunday service outside, a lot of times they have chairs
Oh,
sitting
yeah,
there.
absolutely. Okay, and I'm not going to, so there's my 3 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's my little diagram I drew to explain. And so I'm going to go, there's 3 rows times my, so 3 is the equal groups. And how many in each group is 10? So 3 times 10, oh, I love skip counting by tens.
That makes it
Because we
easy.
know the answer is going to have a 0 at the end. And then it's just a basic fact. What's 3 times 1?
3.
3. So the answer is 30 chairs. You know what? I'm not sure if it says chairs at the bottom of your page because I might have cut that off. But there are definitely 30 chairs in all. And what I tell my students sometimes is when you have a word problem, make sure you answer with a word. Unless, a lot of times in 2nd grade, they write it for you, which is nice. Hey, Mrs. Bachelor, you'll appreciate this. This is a link for Schoolhouse Rock.
I love Schoolhouse Rock.
And one is counting by 2s and one is counting by 3s.
Okay, and they're going to do that on their own.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely on their own. And so I'm erase. You could go to the next slide. Okay. Oopsie. Sorry. Okay. So this is your last page for this chapter. It says Spiral Review and Test Practice. Which set shows these numbers ordered from least to greatest? And remember, Miss East always tells my students, when you write this, L arrow G, potential extra credit right there. And it's just a visual reminder to help you to go the right direction. So if I look at the first one, no, because 8 is not in between 45 and 95. So that's a definite no. This one, 45, 95, 22? No, definitely not. It's got I see, it's got an 8 and then 45, 9, no. This one, 95, 40. Okay, this one is the potential. If you look at this, there is order to it, but it's going the wrong direction. We want to go least to greatest, and they went greatest to least. So don't get tricked by that. So I think my answer is there. Okay, if you wanted to stop the video and try to answer these, that's fine. 3, 2, 1, pause, and then we'll go through it. We're back. Okay. Don't get frustrated by this one and that one. I hope you didn't. Anyway, 54 and 17, I'm going to make those go up and down. I know 4 plus 7 is 11, so I'm going to have to do some regrouping. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. And then I'm going to put 71 cents. So you should have had that. If you got that, give yourself a pat on the back. If you showed your work, 2 thumbs up for you. Way to go. Okay, this is time. If you happen to get it right, great. If you ask your parents, how do you do this? That's great. We haven't studied this yet. We're going to study it. But for right now, it is...
Well, they did learn a little bit in 1st grade at times. So.
There you go. Which clock shows quarter to 4? So that means it's not quite 4 o'clock yet, but it's almost 4 o'clock.
Well, and if you think of quarters, that's 15 minutes.
Right. So
On
you
a clock.
kind of take a clock and you split it up into fourths like pizza, right? Now I might look at that one and say, that's pretty close. But here's the deal. That's closer to 5 than 4. So I'm going to go with this one again because it means when the big hand gets on the 12 and the little hand is on the 4, that's 4 o'clock. So right there, the big hand's on the 9, which means it's about 1/4 till.
It hasn't gotten to the 4 yet.
Right, right.
Where
Okay.
the other one, it's gone past the 4, so you
It
know
has.
that you
It's
can't
in
do that.
between the 4 and the 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Which array shows 2 rows of 3? So let's see. This is 3 rows, so it can't be that one. This is 2 rows, okay, but it's only 2 rows of 2. That's not right. This one is 3 rows, so that can't be right. Oh, I think this is it. 2 rows, and in each row there's 3. Hey, this is getting pretty consistent.
And I like how you X out the ones that aren't correct, because that's really
Yeah.
important, because it helps them to see that those, don't choose those.
Right. And make sure you are thinking about each one. Don't just go, oh, it's this one. And don't look at the rest. That's just silly. Okay, which fraction names the shaded part? We're not even going to go into this very much.
These are called improper fractions.
It is. It's that one right there. That. Oh, here I'm being inconsistent because I X'd out the other ones and then I X'd this one. This is the answer, 7/4. There's 4/4 right here. There's, ignore this, there's 3/4 right here. 4 plus 3 is 7, so there's 7/4. Okay? We could go to the next slide. We're just going to do this really quickly. On Friday, I clarified yesterday, but I'm going to clarify again, just using a couple down here. Equal groups are so important. We've talked about that already today. So two equal groups of 6 would, in multiplication, it would look like that. It would be 6 plus 6, which is 12. 4 groups of 5 would be 4 times 5, which is 5, 5, 5, 5. Well, 2 5s is 10. 2 more 5s is 10. My product is 20. Easy? Easy peasy?
Easy peasy.
Okay, next slide. So when you pull up the PowerPoint for review, this is the very first slide. So it'll say Chapter 20 Test Review. And then here we go. Multiplication. Just a little quick tip. Multiplication is really just quick addition. You have a certain number of equal groups and a certain number in each group. Don't get these two confused. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, how many equal groups? 4.
4. I guess I should say that out loud and not show you.
Well, you can show me, that's
Okay.
okay too. Okay, so 4 goes first. And then how many in each group is? 3. Okay, so once again, how many equal groups?
4,
4. How many in each group?
3,
3. Okay, if you're not sure about that and you do the first 2 problems on your test, go back and look at them again, look at this again, have mom look at this again. Anyway,
And
what's
Miss East, it doesn't matter what you skip count by, right?
no, it does not. Does not. Okay, what is the product? Oh yeah, equal groups. We just wanted to see that again. 12. So the answer to this problem is 12. So go ahead and take your time, take your math test 20, and do your best. Make sure you show your work. Always
Yes.
show your work. And have a good day.